barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Florida head coach told me before the game. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, 1-0 on the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is the team that can do it. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Hurricanes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Deep in the end zone, it's Turner. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, they'll run it with Gibson. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Well, just inside the 40 at the 39, it's third and short. Right at the line.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. You've got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They put the brakes on it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Jones wants to throw it. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Second and long here. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making the adjustment. Dropping back, it's McCown. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Mueller. They'll say he goes out of bounds. Mark it at the 46.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. Fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Lofton. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Looking for an alley. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Extending the play. He'll throw it. Left side is Lofton. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed. There he is, scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
The Hurricanes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll ride him again. He's past the sticks. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the 2nd.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The corners are walked up tight. They'll start on the ground with Jarrett Gibson. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the left side. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Gibson. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Or to the right side, that's Wilson. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Drops back on first down. Release to the back. And his throw is incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. A run for the quarterback. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. They'll go to the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's McCown. Gets rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Jackson. Snags it, and he's open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He'll set up to throw. Here comes the heat. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
All the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Jones wants to throw it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 14 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Nittany Lions with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against the Packers is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast tailback. But if I can play a little bit more zone and stay in my zone and anticipate the quarterback throwing that route, makes it a little bit easier to defend in the future.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to...
Makes the grab in their space. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Back to pass. It's McCown. Rolls right. Now he'll fire back into the middle. He's got it. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, number one area to be successful on third and long, gotta have good protection up front. Check. Great job by the offensive line, keeping their QB clean. He had time to go through his progression to find the correct guy and to convert the third down and long.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Lofton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Here's Gibson to begin the drive. Swapped immediately.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Jones to throw. Spits it out to the back. Out wide right, it's Gibson. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
3rd and long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Just not enough on that one.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Throwing right. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hurricane. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. On the draw, it's Turner. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Hey, coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Jones wants to throw it. Back's got it on the screen. At the 35, he's open. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. We've reached the end of the quarter and Miami is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Turns it upfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun. Going long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Look out! And they got him.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Jones to throw. Right side, it's Wilson. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Man, that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They want to make sure they get this 4th and 3 play right, so they'll take a moment and think it over with a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This offense needs to score twice, and they need to do it quickly. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Florida. He got it, beat down in bounds. Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Jones wants to throw it to the end zone, and it's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Number 91, set to advance on the football.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Floating down the right side. 10. Touchdown, Canes. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Jones to throw. Left side is Gibson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rushes on, trying to make something happen. Turns it on at midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of him here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Out wide right, it's Gibson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Jones wants to throw it. Flips it out to the back. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made. Nice move, creates some space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami! They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of this drive. They're all over him. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And the Canes line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. All the way back to the 15. No room to bring it back. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Jones to throw. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.